Turn to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Throw left side, take it in by Meredith. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front. But if you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that point, and that's how he racks up the big yardage.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On first down, Trubisky. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So the D-line's going to spread out. On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And his kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
This is Isaiah Crowell. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. To throw, Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. That's complete to Meredith. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. On the toss play, Howard. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands and make it a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Giants. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second down, Bridgewater. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Kevin Pierre-Louis coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Let's go.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Cameron Meredith, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Minnesota. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Bridgewater on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On second down, here's Crowell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Hard throw, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Jacob Shum now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Again, it's Howard. And running with power here. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. This is Howard, and he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Let's go.
Now it's Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They go counter with Howard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On second down, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a fourth and long.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8-ball.
A second quarter score from down in Houston, making a full 2-touchdown lead now for the Titans. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go.
Bridgewater now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. The Vikings on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Bridgewater to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Bridgewater now. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. To throw is Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half. No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard. And Aguayo's kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Certainly their offense has sputtered here a little bit in the first half as they finally do get on the board, but they only have 3. Well, at least it eases the frustration a bit, doesn't it? To be able to get some points on the board, feel a little bit better about themselves as they go into the locker room and try and regroup. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that. They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense. The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the 2nd quarter in Detroit, and the 49ers have scored again, really extending that lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Now he's flushed out left. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there. And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And that will close the gap down to 14. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break. And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it? And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky.
Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll try the right side with Crowell. Fights through him. And now a crease. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across. The 45-yard line. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And that is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
10 yards still left on second down. Bridgewater. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. He got 29 yards that time. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on it.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And some room to work. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 30, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, 89 yards, and the Bears will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And his throw is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run. As we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Hodges. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Let's go.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go back to the ground now with Crowell. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards down to the 13. So they're operating in the red zone. Oh, a design run for their wideout. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
2nd down following the run.
Let's go.
Here's Taylor. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Taylor. A screen complete to Crowell. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. And Aguayo's kick is good. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the third now in New Orleans. And the Saints have extended their lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Roberto Aguayo following the made field goal, set now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. So now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They run with Howard. Room here to run. He's got daylight. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his third touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
That goes for a gain of 31. They go play action here on first down. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Now Taylor to throw. Got his man. It's Caldwell. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! Ohio!
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Completes it to Dixon. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 9.
Flex Brown! Let's go! Flex Brown! Flex Brown! Flex Brown!
To throw again is Taylor. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's able to find Diggs. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Watch it now, Barney. Over. Here we go now.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And an alley to run. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here we go.
They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 41 yards on the ground. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
And now it's 2nd and goal. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On 1st down, it's Taylor. Screen play, McKinnon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Again, it's Taylor. steps away to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the fourth down in New Orleans. The gap's getting wider there. The Saints have scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, not much more to say. They dropped a 1-11.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And the D looking like they may blitz. They'll run it with Williams. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 9. A huge play there right off the bat. 63 yards. That.
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
In the red zone this time. On first and goal, Drake. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll try again with Drake. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Let's take a good, strong look at Linval Joseph, the defensive tackle. I'm telling you, the spotlight you need for him has to be large because he holds down the middle of the defensive line as well as anyone in the league. What I loved about him, The offseason, took a trip with the Vikings tours to Iceland.
Yeah, Iceland, yeah, that's right.
To connect with the Viking heritage. Skål, Lindvall.
Back to throw, Rush. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And a 49. Niners take a 3-0 lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Well, the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Doug Baldwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Joe Williams and the rest of his offense heading onto the field. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
To throw on second down. Rush. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for the running back, Joe Williams, there. And it's third and short. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be fourth down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That good for 19 and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. He can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, Williams. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 3rd and 2, Rush. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. play fake here on first down. His throw incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. Off the play fake. Rush. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. To throw on 3rd down. Rush. And that will be incomplete as well.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys always talk, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
And now out comes Minnesota. So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
No. Check. Patriot.
On first down, Murray. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner. Busting throw to get him for a loss of 6.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Now, Marty. Now, let's go.
Looking to throw. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and boy, he's been good. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
yeah,
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now they'll run. Murray. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Oh, I love it when we see some basic football here. Toss sweep, that's one of the first plays they put in the playbook. And if you're the offense, you're trying to get those big guys around in front of your runner to get him downfield. And if you're the defensive guys, get up underneath them and finish off the play, just as they did there for a loss.
And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Nice job there, right, of just going through the progressions, finding the open man, even if it wasn't for a 25-yard gain.
Everything does not have to be spectacular. The mundane works pretty well in this league, as we just saw there.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before that. The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Rush. And he will find his man on the outside. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back, right at the 45. On 1st and 10. Rush. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rush. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Rush. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go.
Now back to throw. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's 4th. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
McKinnon down to the 25. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached half. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Let's get to it. These teams are out and ready to go. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Baldwin with it over the middle. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
This is caught. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Malcolm Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
Yeah, a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, it's Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with third and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
The Niners on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Rush. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. To throw on second down. Rush. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Rush. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. That was second down, run for Murray. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. The Jets have just scored, so they've taken the lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On 1st down, Rush. Got an open man, it's a Enunwa. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. They'll set up to throw. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Risky. And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Again, it's Murray. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Throwing on first down. Rush. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there at 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So here we go, first and 10 now. Operating from the gun. Rush. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. On first and 10, Rush. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Second down now after the incompletion. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. To throw again. Rush. That's to the right side. Complete to Kittle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
first down. Rush. Going for it all. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you.
Williams loses the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The Hams team does its job. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble. 17
yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
10th carry of the game now. Murray. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Detroit!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Colquitt on the kick as he sends it away. Joe Williams and the rest of his offense heading onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They were winning at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And now out comes Minnesota. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Leopard, let's go. Green 39, Green 39.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A handoff. It's Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Again, it's McNichols as they stay on the ground. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Off play action. Rush. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Niners on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Rush. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They run. It's Williams. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Vikings, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.